ruled until his death in 1998. Shonekan, who hailed from Abeokuta in Ogun State, was born and raised in Lagos. He attended CMS Grammar School and Igbobi College, Lagos, before obtaining a law degree from the University of London, and was later called to the bar. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has expressed sadness over the news of the death of the great statesman, former head of the interim national government, Chief Ernest Shonekan. The president, in a statement issued today by his spokesman Femi Adesina, said the late internationally respected statesman left his flourishing business career with courageous wisdom to become the head of the government at a delicate time when the country needed someone of his calm mien and pedigree to save the ship of state from sinking. Buhari said Chief Shonekan demonstrated to all that the love for country and commitment to her development, peace and unity transcended the trappings of office and the transient nature of political power. The president expressed his belief that Nigeria owed a great debt to Chief Shonekan, the peacemaker who, even at the twilight of his lifetime, never stopped believing and working for a prosperous and democratic country. He extended condolences to Chief Shonekan's wife, Margaret, loved ones, as well as the government and people of Ogun State. On the sporting arena, Muhammad's former Super Eagles captain and head coach Sunday Olise expressed his disagreement with the Nigerian football authorities over the appointment of a foreigner as the national team coach. The former Ajax midfielder said he could not wrap his head around why Nigeria Football Federation also sees foreign coaches as superior to homegrown coaches. Correspondent Mohammed Sanu Uba has details of this and other sports updates.
The Nigeria Football Federation recently announced that Jose Peseiro will take over the Super Eagles boss immediately after the Africa Cup of Nations in Cameroon. He will take over from interim coach Austin Egabon, who is currently leading the team. And Sunday Oluse said he believes that Egabon will do well at the tournament to the level that NFF will see Peseiro's contract terminated and retain the former Super Eagles captain for the position. In another update, former Turkey international defender Ahmet Kalik has died at the age of 27. Kalik, who was playing for Turkey Super League side Konyaspor and spent 3 years with the Galatasaray, was killed in a car accident yesterday. Kalik, who started his career with local club, made more than 50 appearances for Galatasaray during a 3-year spell before joining Konyaspor in 2020, where he made 51 appearances. The centre-back earned senior caps for Turkey between 2015 and 2017 after progressing through the youth teams. And on tennis, Britain's Emma Raducanu was heavily beaten in the first round of the Sydney Tennis Classic, but Andy Murray is through to the second round. US Open champion Raducanu lost 6-0, 6-1 to world number 13 Elari Bakina. Murray, 8-34, beat Norway's Viktor Durasovic 6-3, 6-1 in 72 minutes and will face second seed Nicholas Vishlasvili in the second round. Murray and Raducanu are set to feature in the Australian Open, which is set on Monday in Melbourne. Mohammed Sanuba, Freedom Radio.
The global news is coming to you from Freedom Radio 99.5 FM. You can send your comments, opinions, and not just live on Freedom Radio Nigeria on Facebook.com. You can get the link to the page on our website, freedomradionig.com.
Musa, me kake nema a cikin kitchen?
Masoyiyata, ina son cokali in sha magani.
Masoyina, ka ɗauki comics kawai, ka yaga, sha ka samu sauki.
Haka ne fa, ku yi amfani da comics ma duk kai tari. Comics yana da dextromethorphan da guaifenesin. Kawai ku yaga ku sha, ku samu sauki yana kulele in ka sha. Aha, na samu sauki yanzu. Ina son comics. Comics, kamfani Orange Drugs Limited da ke yin kasuwanci da dilancinta. Maganin zai iya saka kasala. In alamar tarin bata tsaya ba bayan kwana 3, ka ga likitanka. Comics yana kulele.
Welcome back. You still listen to Freedom Global News on 99.5 FM. The United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has condemned the recent attacks that claimed the lives of scores of residents in Zamfara State. In a statement on Monday by spokesman Stefan Dujarric, he condoled with the families whose loved ones were lost to the attacks. He also called for the arrest and prosecution of the assailants and assured the Nigerian government of the United Nations support in the fight against terrorists and other criminals. The statement said the Secretary General urges the Nigerian authorities to spare no effort in bringing those responsible for those heinous crimes to justice. He said the Secretary General reaffirms the solidarity and support of the United Nations to the government and people of Nigeria in the fight against terrorism, violent extremism, and organized crime. No fewer than 4 villages were erased in the attacks that lasted about 48 hours in Anka and Buku local government areas in Zamfara State. The incident attracted condemnation from various individuals and groups within Nigeria and from the international community. President Muhammadu Buhari had also condemned the attacks in a statement by a senior special assistant on media and publicity, Garba Shehu. For tomorrow's weather forecast in some cities in Nigeria and parts of Niger Republic, here's the report.
Kano tomorrow morning is expected to have light wind at an average temperature of 13 degrees Celsius. Kaduna is expected to have clear sky at an average temperature of 17 degrees Celsius and later change to sunny intervals at 25 degrees Celsius. Maiduguri in Borno State will have light wind at an average temperature of 16 degrees Celsius and later increase to 25 degrees Celsius. Abuja will have same weather condition at 21 degrees Celsius and later rise to 29 degrees Celsius. Moving to Niger Republic, Zindar is expected to have 15 degrees Celsius and later rise to 24 degrees Celsius with sunny intervals. Maradi is expected to have same weather condition at an average temperature sunny intervals at 25 degrees Celsius. Aisha Muhammad Eleman, Freedom Radio.
And on business, Muhammad Abba Abdullahi has updates.
The total number of the internet subscribers in Nigeria has dropped by 10.9 million in 11 months. This was contained in the latest data obtained from the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, which showed that the total number of internet subscribers fell to 140.4 million in November 2021 from 151.3 million in January 2021. According to the NCC, mobile data subscriptions have the largest share, while fixed word subscriptions and voice-over internet protocol subscriptions contribute negligible numbers to the internet connections. Meanwhile, the International Monetary Fund (IMF) has advised emerging economists, including Nigeria, to allow their currency to depreciate in response to tighter funding conditions and an imminent policy tightening by the Federal Reserve Bank of the United States. The Washington-based lender also consulted the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Apex Bank of the emerging economies to raise their benchmark interest rate in the preparation for the Fed policy tightening. The IMF disclosed this in a blog post entitled "Emerging Economists Must Prepare for Fed Policy Tightening." According to the fund, while changes in the global economic outlook appear positive, especially in the United States, these changes are uncertain for emerging markets. Muhammad Abba Abdullahi, Freedom Radio.
And on the foreign scene, Mali's military ruler Assimi Goïta says Bamako is open to dialogue after the 15-member West African Economic Bloc, ECOWAS, imposed additional sanctions on the troubled Sahel country over delayed elections. Military Commander Goïta seized power last May, the second time within a year, attracting sanctions from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. Goïta said on state TV on Monday that even if they regret the illegitimate, illegal, and inhumane nature of certain decisions, Mali remains open to dialogue with the Economic Community of West African States to find a consensus. Mali's military government has announced the recall of its ambassadors in ECOWAS states and the closure of its borders in response to the latest sanctions. It has promised to take all necessary measures to retaliate against the measures, which it says will affect populations already severely affected by the security crisis and the health crisis. Leaders from the West African Bloc agreed on Sunday to shutter borders with the Sahel state and impose a trade embargo following a a proposal by the army-dominated government last month to stay in power for up to 5 years before staging elections. And with this, we've come to the end of today's Global News. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Hauwa Adamu Kiyawa. Have a wonderful evening.